Hello, and welcome to another video by Express Publishing. My name is Daniel Morris, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Write On series for secondary levels. Some of you may be familiar with Write On already. For those of you who are not familiar with this series, this video aims to provide you with enough information about the course, its key features and components, and how it could be of use to you in your classroom. Write On is a 4-level course that has been designed for pre-teens and teenagers studying English at CEFR levels A1 to B1. The course has been designed to integrate both modern and traditional ELT approaches combined with the development of the 21st century skills that today's learners need in order to be successful in the modern world. Of course, when we talk about the 21st century skills, we're referring to the 4 C's: communication, collaboration, critical thinking and creativity. Now let's have a quick look at some of the key features of the Write On series in this quick video. We're going to go through them in more detail as they appear throughout the book. So we have the video now. So now let's take a closer look at the student's book of Write On Level 1. Each level of Write On follows the same basic structure, and each level contains 6 topics or 6 modules plus a starter. Each module is centered around a specific topic to which the vocabulary, grammar and skills are closely linked. These themes and topics are further expanded towards the end of the module through CLIL, presentation skills, projects and value sections. At the back of the book we can also find additional writing banks and songs. In today's video I'm going to go through in a bit more detail Module 4 from Write On 1. Each module begins with a modular page that introduces the module topic and introduces learners to new vocabulary. In this module we're going to be learning all about food, and our learners are going to be introduced to new vocabulary related to food and drink, food preparation and cooking tools. New vocabulary is introduced using visual cues and audio and video materials to help the learners to associate the new language. The exercises that follow help them to assimilate the new language through matching, repetition and categorizing exercises. Each lesson ends with a productive task to help the learners to activate the new vocabulary in meaningful ways. Write On has been designed to help our learners apply the language in any kind of realistic context. So at the end of this lesson, our learners are going to be using the new food vocabulary to talk about their likes and dislikes when it comes to food. Throughout Write On, we can see a mixture of authentic reading and listening texts that have been designed specifically to help our learners develop both their receptive and productive skills. In this lesson, our learners are going to be studying an authentic magazine article that talks about the favourite foods of 3 celebrity chefs. This text is going to help our learners develop their reading comprehension skills through reading for gist and then reading for more specific information. At the same time, new topic vocabulary is introduced in contexts and practiced later. At the end of the lesson, our authentic text becomes a model for a writing task in which our students write about their favourite dish using the language and structures that they've studied already. So here throughout Write On, we can see this clear transition between receptive and productive skills using a very large mixture of authentic materials. Now, what about grammar? In a module all about food, what kind of grammar items might we expect to find? And how are they going to help our students to produce language? Now let's say that our students now want to go out and buy the ingredients to make their favourite dish. They're going to need some kind of a shopping list perhaps. And for this, they're going to need to understand more about countable or uncountable nouns, or perhaps some phrases of quantity, for example, a bag of chips or a can of cola, or some quantifiers, how much or how many. These grammar items are introduced in context using short dialogues and then introduced further and presented further through clear, concise theory boxes. The exercises that follow allow the learners to practice these grammar structures in a variety of graded tasks. As with the vocabulary, each grammar lesson ends with a productive task to allow the students to activate the new language structures and vocalize them. By the end of this lesson, our students will be writing their shopping list and then discussing with a partner what to buy from the supermarket. As we progress through the module, we can see a gradual shift between language input to more language output. Everyday English sections in Write On provide students with the opportunity to apply the language that has been studied already throughout the module in realistic communicative contexts. In this lesson, students are going to be learning how to give instructions through following a cake recipe for someone's favourite dish. And they're going to be using a realistic dialogue to help them later on in the task when they essentially describe their favourite dish and then tell their partner how to make it, following the precise steps and useful language that's been studied throughout the lesson. As we come towards the end of the module, each module contains an additional skills practice lesson, which offers extended practice in all 4 skills, using exam-style tasks. These are accompanied by study skills sections, which help the learners to approach different tasks using special tips. At the same time, vocabulary from throughout the module is recycled along with brand new content. In this lesson, our learners are going to be studying all about food culture from around the world while also developing their language skills. Now that we've gone through the book and highlighted some of the specific features of Write On, let's have a look at how the 21st century skills have been developed throughout the Write On series. As a reminder, when we talk about 21st century skills, in general we're talking about communication, collaboration, critical thinking and creativity. Project time sections allow learners the perfect opportunity to develop both their creative and collaborative skills. In this lesson, the learners will be working in groups to prepare their own poster or project related to healthy eating based on a text they've already studied in the lesson before. In this way, language input can be converted into new, exciting and creative output in any way that the students choose. When it comes to developing communication skills, public speaking sections throughout Write On help our learners to become better communicators by preparing and delivering different presentations related to the modular themes. In this lesson, our students are going to be using their healthy eating posters to present their findings to the rest of the class. And this lesson focuses specifically on helping the learners to prepare a digital presentation. Each presentation skills section focuses on a different skill related to planning, preparing or presenting a different presentation. Throughout Write On, we can find a variety of think sections that provide learners with thought-provoking questions that challenge them to think deeper about the topics and materials that they've studied. When it comes to preparing students for the future, this learning process shouldn't stop as soon as they exit the classroom. Throughout Write On, there are a variety of different research tasks that help students develop self-study skills and at the same time help them to present their findings using different mediums of communication, for example through articles, blogs or podcasts, which in today's world are very useful, very modern and very up-to-date methods of communication. As well as preparing students for the future, Write On intends to help students develop and broaden their horizons through CLIL and culture sections. In different CLIL sections, new and interesting vocabulary and topics are introduced from throughout the general curriculum into the English classroom. In this lesson, for example, our students are going to be combining their module about food with a healthy eating lesson related to food technology. At the same time, they are encouraged to expand their cultural awareness through culture sections, again, in this case, related to food. Apart from CLIL and culture sections, value sections help learners to consider the importance of a specific message throughout each module. In this module, for example, learners are asked to consider the importance of healthy eating and how this could benefit their lifestyle. Write On contains a number of theme-related videos related to each module that help the students further immerse themselves in the language and topics taught throughout the module.
The Eat Well Guide. Do you want to eat healthily but don't know how? Well, now there's the Eat Well Guide to help you. Let's take a look at it. Drinks. It's very important to drink 6 to 8 glasses of water every day to stay healthy. Water is always a good choice, but milk, tea and juices are okay too. Bread, rice, potatoes, pasta and cereal. These foods give us a lot of energy, so it's important to eat them. Fruit and vegetables. They're very healthy. They've got lots of vitamins, but not a lot of calories or fat. We need about 5 daily portions to help our body stay fit and healthy. Beans, fish, meat and eggs. They give us the protein and vitamins we need for our body to grow big and strong. Beans are great because they have lots of protein and not a lot of fat. Milk, yogurt, butter and cheese. These foods have got lots of calcium and protein. They help us grow strong bones and teeth. Oils and spreads. They've got lots of calories and fat in them, but they're good for you in small amounts. Olive oil and coconut butter are healthy fats, so it's okay to have some during your day. Biscuits, crisps, cake, sweets and chocolate. They're part of our lives, but they aren't healthy. They're full of fat and sugar, so don't eat these foods often. Which of these foods do you eat every day?
At the end of each module, we can find a progress section which allows the learners to revise language and practice skills. In this section, we can also find competencies which allow the learners to self-evaluate their progress throughout the module using can-do statements based on the CEFR. At the very back of the student's book, you can find additional fun sections that include engaging tasks such as songs and videos related to each module. Here we can see a song all about people of the world. At the back of the book, you can also find additional writing sections. Each level of Write On contains 6 additional lessons that offer practice in specific writing genres. Each lesson focuses on understanding rubrics, analysing models, and using useful language to help learners prepare and write their writing task. Write On is accompanied by a variety of digital support. This includes the Express Digibooks application, the interactive whiteboard software for teachers, and the iEbook software for students. Each of these allow the users full access to the book in digital format that can be used at home or in the classroom. Now let's have a look at a comprehensive list of components available for students and teachers of Write On. This includes a workbook and grammar book for students in full colour, and for the teachers, a fully interleaved teacher's book and testing materials on CD, as well as class audio CDs and the full range of digital support that we've seen already. It's important to say at this point that each of the books throughout Write On, this is the pupil's book, the workbook and the grammar book, are fully supported with the Express Digibooks application. For more information about our Write On series, please visit us at www.expresspublishing.co.uk. There you can also find some sample pages from a variety of the different books that we have to offer. Thank you very much for listening today.